G'day everyone, you found the Champ Talk and we are back with some more MTG Arena videos. So today we're playing a little bit more Big Red. I've got one game for this video because it's a bit of a long grindy one. There's been a few of those lately, hasn't there? So today we're up against Golgari Adventures and this proved to actually be a very fun game. Again, it takes about 45 minutes. I've actually had quite a few of those recently, haven't I? So we're just going to have the one game in this video. Not going to be an outro, it's long enough as it is. Haven't made any changes since the last video. I talked extensively, probably a little too extensively, about the swap from Scorching Dragonfire to Fire Prophecy. So this was one of those matchups where I don't really know which one I would prefer. Obviously the Scorching Dragonfire would have been nice to exile things so they can't get it back with Order of Midnight. Fire Prophecy is also nice to dig a little deeper. But it was a fun game. It got really grindy, as Golgari Adventures tends to do. I made some mistakes sideboarding for game 2, but I was able to rectify that in game 3 and get away with the win. But, as I said, game's long enough, so I won't talk too long. There's not really any changes to update you on. Check out the previous video if you want to know why I changed. As always, deck list is in the description. And do your boy a favour, hit that like button, subscribe if you feel so inclined. I really would appreciate it. Trying to grow the channel a bit. Going to be changing a few things next year, trying to spruce it up. Put a few bells and whistles on there, make it look a little shinier for you guys. But those of you who have been watching, I really do appreciate it. I had my first arena video hit over 100 views this week, which is actually really exciting. The only videos I've put up that have done that so far have been my playthrough of Twilio Quest, and realistically it's because I'm the only person on YouTube doing it. But I appreciate your support, guys. Keep coming back. Hope you've been enjoying the content. Feel free to leave me a comment if you have any questions, any ideas, or just want to say hi to your boy. Otherwise, I'll catch you all later in the next video. Stay brilliant. Let's jump into the game. Okay, our opponent is finally here. Got time to go get a drink of water, have a snack. This hand's not great, but it's keepable. Might draw into an untapped land anyway. I like these sleeves. Magic mirror. Okay. Ooh. But they took a mole, that's good for us. So we lead on this because it has to be tapped. If we're desperate, we can shock in Shadow Skull next turn. Okay, some sort of... It's just Golgari Adventures. Okay, given that I haven't drawn a land, I am a little bit desperate. I'm going to shock in so I can play this and start fixing some draws. Unfortunate. Turn 2, I've already taken 4 damage, but that's life sometimes. Scavenging is okay, that sucks. I mean, it's actually not that bad. I've got Stomp for it. Okay, need to hit a land here. Okay, thank you. Heart of the cards. So I'm just going to straight up kill this now. Seven other stop so I can filter my next draw. Just cannot afford to miss more land drops. Yep, just as I expected. So I may just stomp this. You're not a land, get out of here. You're also not a land, so that sucks. I want to keep both of these open. I could play another Maze Mind Tome to keep scrying, but I need to keep one of these up. Stop myself from taking a bunch. Great henge, okay. So I also need to find a shredded sails pretty quickly then. I wonder what they're holding up. I know they have access to 2 green mana from Great Henge. But what sort of instance do they have here? Yep. Is that all it was? Like just activating Henge to gain life? Because I don't know why they would take this much time on that other than being a douche. Okay, land, excellent. Thank you. So I'll hold up a draw here. I mean, it sucks that they're going to get a couple turns with Great Henge active. It's going to put them so far ahead, it's going to be very difficult for me to come back. Okay.
You want to fight me?
That's not too bad for us.
Precious.
That is
Beauty
not
lies
too
in
bad for
very-
us. So this sucks, but overall this turn could have been way worse. They could have just flooded the board with creatures. I had a stop set. What the hell was that? So I guess I'm just tagging Vivian here. I should have played this. Wasn't thinking. I can draw a card, I guess. Do that now. Hold up a card, draw. I'm gonna take 5 here, kinda sucks. More if they find a 1. Oh, they can't find a 1/1. No, they can. The token won't get a counter. Yep, sorry, token from Heart's Desire. Opponent is really slow rolling it here. Okay, that sucks. So I'm taking 9 or possibly 10 damage here. Obviously if they hit me with that discard, I'll discard Ugin. Okay. But I really need to deal with this board, so Iron Crack Feet so I can hit Ugin would be good. Thank God this thing can't attack right now or I'd be dead. So again, I'm just like way behind because I missed some land drops there. That really hurts this deck. And I mean, I've got almost 30, so it's pretty frustrating when it happens. Okay, so they just want to draw. That's really weird. I would have gone for discard in their shoes, but I'm not going to complain. I'll take a scry here. That's not going to cut it. Yeah, that's not quite going to do it either. Do I have an out? So what am I looking at? 4, 8, 10, 13 damage. 13, possibly 15. I can remove this and then it's just for 9 damage, so that's still lethal. And that would only leave me with 2 mana to do something. Yeah, no, I don't have any outs here. Cool, so we'll just pack it up. So I think these are the things that I want. What did I bring in? I brought in 4 cards? 5 cards, so... Got 3. 2 more cuts to make. Maybe I just go down to 3 shredded sails, I think that's enough. And I guess try like this. Golgari Adventures. Interesting. So they haven't actually seen what my deck's game plan is, so I don't know how they're going to sideboard. They could be aware that big red is a kind of a thing. They might not be though. I can keep this. Turn 2 Maze Mine, turn to find lands, turn 5 Ugin. Seems good. I'll play like this, so I have Spikefield held up. In case they play an Innkeeper. They do not. Okay, my turn. So at worst case scenario, I've at least got 2 lands here. Okay, no 1 or 2 and 2 plays. That's weird. Storm's Wrath. Obviously a good card here. But I just want to keep digging for lands. Nope, gotta go to my main phase first. So would I rather draw a card or play this turn? I think I'd play this turn just while I have the ability. I'm not under pressure. And I can double scry. Obviously drawing a card would have been nice. But this does increase my chances of finding that land. And there it is. So I'm going to go with Spikefield Hazard as a land here. So that way next turn I've got a guaranteed untapped land to hit Ironcrag Fleet into Ugin. Which hopefully they're not expecting. No turn 3 play either. What are they sitting on? So I imagine they must have something like Questing Beast, Vivian. I don't know what they... Or that, or as I've said, they could have just sideboarded badly because they don't know what my deck is. And they're expecting something else. Like they could be sitting on a very reactive hand, thinking that I was a bad mono-red aggro deck or something. Rancor is actually fine. So I could kill it off with Shredded Sails. But I think it's better to hold that in case they get a Great Henge later, because Ugin's going to clear this up anyway. So let's see what they go for here. Again, I would be looking at discard. Yep, okay. So I'm going to draw a card before I make the decision of what to discard. I've discarded Sails because I haven't won. I don't need to scry because I know what my play next turn is anyway. It could be that they are expecting an Ugin and they've held up a Questing Beast or something. But then playing the Rancor doesn't seem great because I can tip this up to deal with Rancor.
I will destroy if I must.
But yeah, getting a Ugin down on a clear board is always nice. Order of Midnight, get back Rankle, sure. Play Rankle, attack with Rankle. No? Okay, Murderous Rider. That's not bad.
I have greater matters to attend to.
So I will go for my Scry here. I have a land for next turn at the moment. They have another land now. So I've got Soulseer held up and I can draw a card. Obviously not in a great position now that Ugin's gone. That was like a 3-for-1 because I cast Iron Crag to cast it. So that was one card down. They killed the Ugin and they still get a creature on the other side of this. So I'm just going to get rid of that. That's fine, I don't really care about Order of Midnight. I'm obviously not going to waste Shredded Sails on it. I'll draw a card here. Another Ugin's nice. What have I got here? I've got 6 lands. So I'm going to play this tapped. And then next turn I can hardcast Ugin. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. Yeah, I don't know what's going on in my opponent's set. I feel like they might have another Murderous Rider or something. Oh, they've only got 1 green mana. That's what's going on in their hand. Right. They're just mana screwed. So they could very well be a questing beast here.
An opportunity to crash.
I still think minusing is the right answer. I could tick up to kill this, but then questing beast still gets in for 7. I'm on -2. Sorry, and it'll be on 2 and they got a bunch of things left on the board. I think I'd rather just get rid of all this nonsense. Yep. So as I said, another Murderous Rider, as I expected.
Endings are inevitable.
So the -X was definitely the correct play there to at least clear up their board.
Return to the essence of the
So I have 1 more Ugin left, so I need to be careful with that. I probably also need to be careful with my base mind tomes. I'm probably going to need them to draw cards. So they've hit 2 green now, which is good for them. I assume they play a Rider. Oh no, they... What? Why would they do that when they have options in their hand? That's so bizarre. So I'm actually going to draw here, to see what I find. I'd love an Ox, but it doesn't look like that's happening right at the moment. Sprite at the top is not what I like to see. So it looks like looks like I'm on the path to just being ground out in this game. Maybe I should have boarded in my Phoenixes just so I have a little more late game grindy potential. And or not boarded out my Ox. Keep that in mind for next time. Stay a little more focused on the long game. I mean, these Maze Mind tomes are helping, obviously. That's not too bad. Well, here's all the lands I didn't draw last game. I don't want to use a Storm's Wrath to just tag one creature. See if I can find something else to do. I do not. That's unfortunate. Well, next turn I can Shatter Skull smashing both of these at least. Vivian. Okay, I can sack the Storm's Wrath is going to be great now.
No longer.
And if needs be, I can also just Shatter Skull smashing the Lovestruck Beast for
and
one.
Decoria answers.
Reach. Don't have anything with flying. How are they down to 12 already? Is there anything in graveyard? So there's two things it can eat to become a 4/4. But they don't have the green mana for it, so forget any of that. Man, these lands. That's a pretty nice Storm's Wrath.
Don't worry, I hold grudges.
What have I got to do to find a Ox and Agonist around here? I don't think I need to worry about the Lovestruck Beast right now. I'm not going to spend a card to deal with that. Okay, Great Henge. So go into... Okay, so they do that before casting anything. That's so good for us. They didn't even tap it for mana and life. That was a misplay. But they've done... I haven't done any damage to them. This has all been Locktwain and shocking stuff in. Spider the top. Don't like that. I could cycle this, but I think I want to hang on to it. Another Ugin's nice. But I'd rather give them something else to respond to first, because I'm pretty dependent on that. So I'm just going to get rid of this Lovestruck Beast. Crawling Barrens gives me another threat. Obviously I don't want to lose Ugin, but I think it's also a good idea to do something and force them to respond. Yep, another Murderous Rider as I expected. So that's all of my Ugins gone, which is a problem. But I've got Crawling Barrens, I've got Oxes still. Only two of them mind. And I have lands for days. But this isn't actually too bad of a situation because my opponent's on very low life. And keeps getting lower. So I can actually kill them with Crawling Barrens next turn if they're not careful. Agadeem's Awakening. Looks like. Why are they looking in my graveyard? Get back Rankle, okay. Play Rankle, sure. So do I want to kill this guy or just let it happen? I think I just let it happen. I could have blocked there with the Crawling Barrens as well. I'm so happy to discard right now, by the way. Okay, no, we would just draw instead. Oh, well, that's very nice. Yes, tap out, please. Cast something else, tap out. No, okay, well that's unfortunate. I'm going to kill off this Rankle. It's the biggest threat here. Cycle a mountain. Kill off this Murderous Rider. Cycle another mountain. I really don't care about Order of Midnight right now. So it looks like they're holding up another Murderous Rider, potentially to hit my Barons here. I really appreciate them giving me that card draw off Rankle. Those are really helpful. Okay, so I think they have a removal spell, but I gotta force them to have it at some point. What are they looking at in my graveyard? Yep, Murderous Rider. It's unfortunate. I've been pretty good at predicting these things, but I'm still playing into them. So another Crawling Barons would be nice. Scavenging Ooze, that seems fine. That's fine as well. I can kill all of these next turn. Opponent's on 3. Oof. I wish I had some burn in this deck. Yeah, I'm not wasting a Shredded Sails on that thing. Not in a million years. And I think that's all of their Murderous Riders. I mean, obviously there's still some in this deck somewhere. So there's 2 there, there's 1 in exile, and there's 1 that's just shuffled, so it could be in their hand or somewhere else in their deck. That's not bad. Okay, so they've got 1, 2, 3. There's 3 creatures in graveyard, so this can become a 5/5. So I'm going to do this for 6. Tag you and you. And do like this. Yep. So they're going to do this anyway just to gain some life, which, you know, makes sense. Nothing in my graveyard for them to eat. They are really running down their clock over there. Not that mine's far ahead of them, but then I can kill this with Stomp and play out the Giant. Boom! So I've still got a few threats left in my deck. I've got 3 more Bone Crushers and 2 Oxes. Found my attack, sure. They're down to 4. Ooh. That's cool. Do they have a way to kill it? Massacre Worm's actually a problem for me at the moment. I don't have a great answer to it. I wonder where they brought this in. They must have been expecting me to be like an aggro. Okay, so how do I want to play this? I think I need to attack. It's going to be hard for me. If they have a removal thing for this, then they can just get in with the worm. I assume they block with the knight here. Okay, no they don't. So that would be a mistake. Yep. So that's fine, I take 2 here. Unfortunately, this is gonna 2-for-1 me. Ah, no! It's a, oh, I'm an idiot. I should have rebuked the I thought this was a 6-6. Oh, read the card. I just missed lethal. I could have just killed that, rebuked the Foul by a Knight, and attacked 3 for 4. Oh, I'm an idiot. So I'm going to put this Iron Crag on the bottom. Try to find something a bit better. That's something a bit better. Stomp face, get them down to 2. Okay, so I may yet redeem myself. Okay, and that's it. They go out on their own terms. Okay, so I'm on the draw, so I can cut a land, which I think in this case is the fountain. Bring the robot back in. I'd love to get some of this or some of this into my deck. I don't think Robber's a great option because we've just got so much removal. I might even actually try this because it's likely to be a long and grindy game. I've got Solemn to ramp me as well. Okay, yeah, I'll try like this. What a long ass game. Opponent is taking their time again. Might go get another snack. Okay, no snack, but I am back. This hand seems fine. A little bit of early removal, turn 4 robot, good value play. So I'll probably lead on this. I'm probably going to use one of these as a land and see if I can draw other lands to hold the other one up as a removal spell. Just because I have so many lands, I can afford to do that, but I think I use one of them because hitting land drops is really important. Oh, how do I have less time on my clock than they do? Oh, that's a lot of mold. Oh no, it's only one mold. That's fine. Ooh, Tangled Veil. Beastie Boy, seems fine. Get the Barons down. I can cycle this if I want to, but I really don't think I want to. I may have to tag this to stop them attacking with a 5/5 next turn. Okay, that is not the case, so I'm definitely going to Fire Prophecy here. I might put one of these robots back. There's my turn, it's nice. Oh, another Shadow Skull smashing. Again, don't want to use a card just to deal with this. So they missed a land drop, which is really nice for us, obviously. Cool. Get their Innkeeper back. I'm just going to take one Scry. Ah, yeah, that's fine. I know what I'm doing next turn anyway, which is playing the robot. Just use my mana efficiently. Take advantage while I'm ahead. Like now I've got a very significant lead on resources. I'm on 5 lands, they're on 2. They can play this next turn, but other than and then they can play the Order of Midnight if they've hit a land. Doesn't look like they have though. I will take one Scry here, but I'm happy to just stomp this next turn. Oh, yep, that's very nice as well. See if I can get the blowout. I highly doubt they are. Yeah. Given how far ahead I am, I think I can afford to shock this in and basically exchange 3 life for a card. So I can play this and have card draw held up, and or have this held up, but I don't see an artifact coming down anytime soon. That's fine, I can Shadow Skull both of these things. So obviously our opponent is not out of this game, but they're really far behind. I don't think there's anything wrong with just making my land drops. Okay. So I can do this for 5 and get rid of the beast. I think I might actually attack, see if they take the bait, because that'll allow me to tag both of these. Okay, so they take the damage. So it's a little sad I don't get to get both of them. But getting this kicks them off a great henge and keeps them with only a 1-1 in play. So I don't mind just taking a 1-for-1 there when I'm so far ahead on board and I have some card draw, but you know, it's still not my favourite. Okay, they get it back. Play out another token, I assume. Yep. So I'll scry here, gain a bit of life. That's not bad. Deal with the beast. Just keep chipping in for damage while I can. There's no reason they would block here. They've got a very high life total, and the tokens have other value for them in activating Lovestruck Beast. So play this out, and I've still got a few things held up. I can draw a card, I can play Soul Seer, or I can pump my Barons. Yep. Yep, no reason to attack there. And I'll take a scry. I mean, I would like something more exciting than land, but I don't think there's anything wrong with just making a land drop. Sure. That's fine, I draw a card off this exchange. So I have 8 lands. I can pump my Crawling Barons twice at end step. I could play this, draw 2 cards. I think drawing cards is better. I have a threat on the board. I'm well ahead of them on board. I'm behind on cards, so catching up on cards. Ooh. I might do one of each. Okay, so they got 2 green untapped, which they probably can't. So if I play Ugin, okay, they don't even have double black to cast a removal spell. So I think I just slap down this Ugin, force them to have an answer.
Do not ignore.
And if they do have an answer, like it'd have to be Murderous Rider. Then that's their whole turn. Ah, I forgot to play my land. That was silly. That was silly. And if they don't have an answer, they're dead. Well, to one of these. But even if they just... No, either way, they're just dead on board. It's very difficult for them to get back at this point. Because they have to answer Ugin and either Crawling Barons or Bone Crusher Giant. Like, they need to answer at least 2 things. And they need to have double black to answer this. Although if they have 1 more black and 2 2-mana removal spells, they can kill the Giant and kill the Barons. And then they survive on 1. Questing Beast isn't good enough. Yeah, I don't think there's any way they get back into this. Obviously, I don't know their deck as well as they do, but I don't think they have any outs at the moment. I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt here and assume that they're thinking, but it's also highly possible they're just soul groping. Okay, no, they are interacting with stuff, so that can't flop, so it's not very helpful for them. Yep, and they scoop it up. Nice.